Happy Market Monday. Chris Bettis, Fluent Mortgage, market fluently. So there is always opportunity, and is this the end of a bond era? So that's the title to these. So I'm going to start out a tick negative just because it's news, right? Doom and gloom, that's our news nowadays. But no matter what, there's always opportunity. So even though I'm going to give you a little bit of the reality where we're at, how you're still going to win. So I hope that's how you pepper life every single time, right? Mortgage, real estate, no matter what, buyer's market, seller's market, balanced market, never see, there's always opportunity. So I'm sure you've heard the news. We've never seen such a job vacancy, literally meaning work and employers across the nation saying no one wants to work. Fear, whatever the reason is, incentives, I won't get into politics, there aren't any workers. Well, it's not like appraisers are somehow not a part of that. So there is a huge appraisal shortage, especially in Oregon. Supply and demand, it is insane. Here's an example. Unfortunately at this time, and this is for FHA, so understand, government appraisers, there's even fewer of them, but they're not guaranteed a certain time frame like VA, we'll look at that in a second, but literally accept appraisal for 2.5 months. I'm not sure what's going on with the slides. So 2.5 months, that's next year, right? 2022, like that's okay as long as the transaction is gonna close next year. It wasn't though. So for $875, 13 and a half week appraisal. We're like, hey, can we just get it in a month, like a normal turn time? Sure, $2,000. Literally just had one come back for someone else I was hearing the pain of. I saw it, $3,250 to get it done in 5 weeks. So that's the reality today, right? And the more disappointing thing, and I know you're saying, well, just throw more money at them. They're stressed, they're irritated, just like we see a lot of people. So in the last 4 times I've said rush, so literally accepted offer, it's not gonna happen for 5 to 6 weeks. We say, hey, thank you for that. If I give you 100, 200, 300, however much more money, can we get it a little bit quicker, please, and thank you? Canceled, literally canceled. Like, I don't need that pressure. It's already intense, it's already busy. If you need it that fast, I'm not doing it. So here's the ways you're gonna win, right? That's the reality. So if you say FHA, just know, more than likely, you're gonna see a really long-term time. If you say conventional and you say appraisal, you're gonna have a much longer turn time. Give some extra days for those. Just warning you. 3 ways that you can win. As we know, cash, right? Cash. Appraisal waivers, known as PIWs or property inspection waivers in mortgage, and VA. That's the 3 ways you're gonna win. Let's look through them real quick. Cash, everybody knows that. However, self-directed IRA, don't put in the stock market, don't put in the bond market, move it into real estate. You can buy and sell real estate with a self-directed IRA. I know most of you don't know about this. Call me, I'll talk you through it. Appraisal waivers, everybody can get them, but here's the magic. 80% loan to value. If your client's putting at least 20% down, and it's their primary residence or second home, they are potentially eligible for an appraisal waiver, a PIW. Now, the thing is almost everybody uses DU, Fannie Mae. Fun, easy, simple, let's use him, right? But he doesn't like seeing appraisal waivers often. And so it's still an art, you can get them sometimes. Literally, Eric tried for over an hour, still got it. Nope, still need an appraisal. But you can go through LP, you can go through Freddie, and he's not as reliable, he's funky, he's a little painful to deal with, but he loves appraisal waivers, so he does it more often than DU does. And it's still an art, so literally an hour later, 12 different times, just massaging the system, Eric was able to get an appraisal waiver for this client. So not only a no, we're not the 30th, hey, let's close this in 6 weeks, this thing is done. This half-down borrower with amazing credit has an appraisal waiver. Can we close this thing in 2 to 3 weeks? Is that gonna be okay? Yeah, of course, accepted offer. So here's one of the keys to you. If you have a client putting at least 20% down, before you write your offer, right? You should get a pre-approval letter from me anyway. It's a stronger offer. Here's the incentive for you. If you have somebody putting a lot of money down with good credit, let me run it first. I know you have your favorite, but let me run it first and get you an appraisal waiver before you put in that offer. If we know there's lots of them, I can try you for an appraisal waiver. We'll know before you even make your offer. Appraisal waiver, let's go, accept with confidence. Lastly, the best loan in the industry, if you have to get a loan, VA. Benefit, not just a loan, right? It's got a guarantee 15 business days from being accepted. So we use this all the time in so many markets. We're like, no, you don't want that horrible conventional offer. You want our incredible VA benefit loan. It's gonna close faster. So we're saying 29 to 35 day closes in VA versus 6 weeks to 2 months conventional. VA is the way. All right. What happened in the last week in the market and where do I see it going? The main thing we saw in the last week, of course, as you notice, quite a bit of volatility, but not super bad, the normal stuff. We're just kind of testing this upper limit. Remember ceilings and floors? We've already tested it. In my humble opinion, today would be a good day to lock because I think we're gonna bounce on that ceiling. A little bit of rising rates, and we're following this for one file already this morning. We're gonna follow this wave of improvement, and the second we see it start to turn, we're locking. Throughout this week, it's all gonna be about employment throughout the week, but this is the biggest thing. Are we at the end of a bond buying era, which is critical? We'll talk about that more in another time, but literally, the second that gets turned off, rates start skyrocketing. Most people at the Federal Reserve, the chatter is stop the buying, or at least not as much. Thank you, Fed Chairman. He has said it is not time yet. I don't believe the economics are right. The economy is too fragile. We cannot remove real estate and mortgage from the economy at this time. We need it to be propped up. So we're still going to artificially hold it down. Great news. All right, guys. I'm Chris Bettis from Fluent Mortgage. This was Mortgage Marketing You. Don't forget to like, subscribe, or share, but most of all, take advantage of the market. See you next week.